So this money in your bank account, you need to equally prove that you are equally going to have same amount of money for the next year, the other years to come as well. So you need to show that you have a source of income, that this income is going to be coming in regularly and on a steady. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining our channel today. If this is your first time, please do not forget, subscribe below and make sure you share this video to at least one person so that YouTube can say thank you for sharing. And also press the like button. Please press the like button now. Keep pressing so that a neighbor somewhere can get to see this video. Okay, now let's talk about how to move to Finland. This method I'm going to be talking about is the study pathway. And if you are an international student and you intend to move to Finland, then this video is a video you should watch till the end. Get this message, Milton, how can I move to Finland? Well, I always tell people the very first thing to do is to go to Google, search the universities, then you decide which one you want to go to, look at the requirements, look at the tuition fee, then you apply for a program. Okay, but again, in the case of Finland, I'm going to tell you now, if you want to study in Finland, they have a method of application, which is everybody applies at the same time. It's usually called the joint application, and it takes place every January. Okay, there was a session for bachelor students this September that just passed, but be rest assured that another session will be opening January next year for you to do your application. Now, after the application opens, you check the schools you want to study in, you check the programs you want to study, you check the tuition fee, you check the requirements. If you meet them, then you apply, you wait. All right, there is usually an interview. After that interview, there is going to be another interview, then the final selection will come with your offer letter. After that, you pay your tuition deposit, then you can now begin your visa application. Now, I'm going to talk about the visa requirements for you to study in Finland. So, if this is your first time, like I said, please like this video and do not forget to share. If you are not following our Facebook page, Milton Fonkwa and Milton Fonkwa's Consulting, please go to Facebook and type those names and follow us. And if you need a one-on-one consultation with me, book from the video description box or follow those Facebook pages and inbox me. I will give you the payment details. Then the call is going to come up. With that call, you are going to get a lot of things if you cannot do the research on your own. But again, remember, I share travel abroad tips on all my Facebook pages and on this YouTube channel. Now, the first requirements I will talk about is the general requirements. Then I will talk about the permit requirements. Then we will trash the proof of funds. Okay, after getting your offer letter from a university, remember Finland is not that cheap again. Okay, there are a lot of changes in Finland, and before I talk about the requirements, remember you can migrate to Finland and with your spouse, and after like 4 to 5 years you are going to get your PR and of course citizenship. Also remember that after you finish school you can get working permit, full-time work permit. But remember, as an international student, you can immigrate with your spouse. Your spouse will follow you as a dependent, and of course your children can also come under you as dependents. Then you, as the primary applicant who is the student, you can now be working, all right, for some number of hours. I think that should be 20 hours. Is it 30 or 20? Anyways, I'm going to bring another video to explain some details and changes. But remember, you are going to be working. Finland recently increased it. It should be 25 or 30 hours a week. Then your dependent, who is your spouse, is going to work full time. But remember, in Finland, you cannot go and maybe, let's say, if you get a job offer in a particular company, you cannot switch anyhow. No, you have to follow the rules. Remember, there are changes to PR and citizenship status in Finland. Now, these are the changes. If you want to immigrate with your spouse, remember your birth certificate and also your marriage certificate has to be legalized by the embassy before you can do the application. So contact the embassy, and remember, documentations are very important. Document number one, we are not talking about visa documents to apply for a residence permit to Finland. Document number one is your international passport, and there is no need wasting a lot of time talking about this. Then the international passport should be the passport data page, and the page that has your picture and your details, the expiring date of your passport and all those other details. That's the page you need to upload online. Then you also need a residency or a residence permit in case you reside in another country. For example, if you're a Nigerian and you reside in Cyprus and you want to go study in Finland, then you need a residence permit, either a study permit or a working permit from that particular country to apply to Finland. Then if you do not have access to insurance, you also need to buy an insurance for Finland. I have talked about this insurance many times on this YouTube channel, and I want to say that you should check Swisscare, EuroAssist, AXA Insurance. I think these are the few: Swisscare, EuroAssist, and I think there is another one I'm forgetting, but I will bring it. But with Swisscare you can buy online, and with the other ones you can buy online. Remember, you have to check the duration of your study program and the needed requirements for the insurance before you pay. I have a video about this and you can check it. Now, when it goes to, like I said, the insurance is going to be 1 year. Okay, so you have to put this into consideration. You equally need your admissions offer letter, the letter from the university. Is it the University of Applied Sciences or maybe a normal university? Applied Science universities include Novia University, maybe TAMK University, the University of Eastern Finland, and a whole lot of other universities like the University of Helsinki, the University of Tampere. There are applied science universities and there are normal universities. Applied Science University have Novia University of Applied Sciences, Sauconian University of Applied Sciences, and a whole lot of others. Okay, the normal universities are universities like Tampere, Helsinki, and the rest. Then you also need your payment receipts for the first tuition deposit. If you have maybe 50% scholarship or maybe full scholarship, you also need to submit the letter, the scholarship certificate. Now, for proof of funds, how much do you need to study in Finland? If you are moving with a spouse, the fee is different, the figures are different. I have a video about this on the channel. But if you are moving alone to Finland, you need 6,720 euros in your bank account. Now, this money in your bank account does not just go to your bank account. You don't just go and bump the money in the account like that. You need to show how you have been building this particular account for a very long time. You need to show your source of income. You need to show if you are using a sponsor or someone is sponsoring you. You need to show relationship between you and the sponsor. I will advise you to use your father, your mother, your brother or sister. These are the main people who can sponsor you for Finland. You need to show relationship, and equally they should give you what is called a sponsorship letter. And if they are using a business, let them give you their business registration documents like business certificate, tax declaration, or if they have any form of government support, they can equally show that. Okay, if they are working for the government, maybe they can bring out their government contracts or working contracts, or if they have contracts with the government, they can equally bring out these contracts so as to show as evidence. If they're earning a salary, they have a job offer, pay slips, and all the rest. Then again, if they have a business, the tax clearance certificate should be there. Then if you are maybe getting the money from a land you sold or a property, bring in receipts to show that, and maybe pictures as well. If you work your work contract like I explained to you before. Then remember, this money in your bank account is not just the money you need. Remember, that's the money for residence permit for 1 year. What happens in case you are not going to be showing documents? Let's say since you are going for the first year, you are going to get residence permit for 1 year. Now what happens to the other years of your study? So this money in your bank account, you need to equally prove that you are equally going to have same amount of money for the next year, the other years to come as well. So you need to show that you have a source of income, that this income is going to be coming in regularly and on a steady, so that you can actually study in Finland without depending on part-time jobs. Of course, you are going to work, okay? There is a money in Finland, there is a lot of money, but remember, you need to prove that you have enough to take care of your studies and a lot of. If you have properties, why not? You bring out these properties to prove that this is where I'm going to be getting my money. If you have a business running back home, tell them and explain to them that you have a business, and from this business you are going to be taking care of your studies, and while you are in Finland, someone is taking care of the business for you. This is how you document that you can study in Finland without assistance, without help, without job offers, or let me say without part-time jobs. Again, remember, when you are moving to Finland, Finland is considering changing a lot of things. Even the tuition fee and the universities, they are not quite affordable as it stands right now. Like before, I used to know of schools with 4,000 euros, you are good to go. But now, if things change, you may not be able to study in Finland for less than 4,500 euros. So please make sure you check the offer, you check the portal well, and you go to the Migri website, the immigration website, you check all those details before you engage in anything Finland. I hope this video helps you. Till we meet again in another one.